In international news this morning, a group of high-level South Korean officials have just arrived in North Korea to discuss their nuclear program. They'll also discuss ways to resume talks between the North and Washington. A special envoy for South Korean President Moon Jae-in may meet with Kim Jong-un during the two-day trip. If North Korea seems willing to disarm, talks between the North and the U.S. might restart to defuse tensions. Also happening overseas, a U.S. aircraft carrier will arrive in Vietnam for the first time in 40 years since the Vietnam War. The historic and unprecedented arrival is a strategic move by the United States. It displays America's support of countries that are standing up against China's aggression. The move also counters China's growing influence and military expansion in the region. Vietnam has traditionally been viewed as China's communist little brother. Military analysts say the U.S. needs all the allies it can hold on to in Asia. In health news, an alarming new study out this morning raising fears for children who have asthma. The new study from the University of Wisconsin shows increasing the dosage of inhaled steroids might not prevent asthma attacks. It also shows the increase does not actually help. Researchers looked at 250 children with mild to moderate asthma for 1 year. They found that kids who were given a higher dosage of steroids had similar numbers of severe flare-ups as those who continued taking a lower dosage. In other health news this morning, this time highlighting the dangers of e-cigarettes for teens. New research finds that vapors are exposed to cancer-causing toxins. Researchers analyzed 3 groups of teens, a group of e-cigarette users, a group of regular smokers, and a group of non-smokers. They found the teens smoking e-cigarettes had triple the amount of toxins in their urine than non-smokers. Experts say any advertising or messaging to teens should include warnings about the potential health risks of these products. And that news about e-cigarettes is coming at a time where a new study from Duke University shows fewer Americans think that smoking is bad for you. In the study between 2006 and 2015, the number of people who said smoking a pack or more a day is bad for you dropped by 1%. That percentage represents more than 3 million Americans. Researchers also found that teens and current smokers were the least likely to consider smoking as dangerous. Well, that is not good.
Dropped by 1%, but I wonder what the error on that is. Plus
true.
or minus 1, it might not mean too much.
Yeah, we'll look into it. Thanks, Tim. Well, today for weather, things are going to be looking up, looking good.
Yeah, another great looking day today, kind of a continuation of our weekend, and you can see that as we take a live look outside in Jackson. Clear skies right now, plenty of sunshine, current temperature of 25 degrees, and those are pretty much the conditions we're seeing all across mid-Michigan. Right now, 24 in Lansing, 25 in Charlotte, 26 is your current temperature in Mason. You can see the clear skies on the satellite and radar picture, but just off to our west is an area of low pressure. That's ready to move in tomorrow, and it will be bringing some snow to our area. Look for 1 to 2 inches of accumulation by Wednesday morning. But as far as today is concerned, it's going to be another beautiful one. Plenty of sunshine. Temperatures will be topping out into the low 40s. That snow moves in tomorrow with highs still topping out in the mid to upper 30s, though at times it could be mixing in with some rain showers. We'll keep some light snow in the forecast for Wednesday and Thursday as well, maybe another inch or so of accumulation. Still a little chilly though, with temperatures dropping back down to the 30s for your highs, but by the time we head into the weekend, plenty of sunshine once again on Saturday with a high of 41 degrees.
Yeah, another good looking weekend. Thank you, Jen.
Is.
Well, we're going to toss it over to Bob and Mary on the Morning Blend, but we'll be back with more news and weather on Fox 47, so stay with us.
You're watching Fox 47 Morning News at 7.
Looking for something fun to do this Saturday? Well,
Yes.
Jordan Griffin with American One Credit Union is with us, and you have the big Women's Expo going on. So talk about some of the things that happen at the Women's Expo.
So this Saturday, March 10th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. is our Jackson Women's Expo. It's at the middle school at Parkside. We have 176 booth spaces.
Wow.
Yes, and it's any kind of service you can think of will probably be there. I mean, we have makeup, hair, jewelry, clothing, technology, health, nutrition, wellness. I mean, anything you can think of. There's going to be plenty of time to shop.
Wow, so lots and lots of vendors.
Yes.
Just
yes.
really anything you can think of.
Yes.
That's
and
exciting.
It's free.
It's free. It's a free event. We have our No Surge ATM, the American One ATM, right outside the building because you're probably gonna go get some money
Right.
to shop around.
They got us covered on that.
Yeah. So we definitely are bringing our ATM along so you can get out some money if you see something you like.
I
Very cool.
love
And this
that.
is the second year that you've been involved,
Yes,
but it's
my
been going
second
on
year.
for a long time.
A long time, for over 15 years. So it's a well-known event and people love it.
I know we're going to want to bring our money. Can we bring our husbands or our work husbands?
I mean, this is a day for women to get out, relax, leave the men at home, leave the kids at home, get out, shop around, relax, but anyone is more than welcome to be there.
Talk a little bit more about the vendors specifically, because I know there's a diversity in that, but
I mean, like so many different direct sales. I love it. I mean, we have Unique Makeup, Mary Kay, Avon. We have Cords of Steel, so they're bringing all types of chargers. Just we have the Wine and Canvas that's going to be there. So if you want to sit down, relax for a little bit, they're going to have painting sessions. Anything you can think of. We have Lila Rose with the hair barrettes. I mean, and so many different jewelry vendors, which are my personal favorite. I love jewelry. So.
Sounds awesome to me.
Yes.
Sounds like a great day of fun.
and I know parking is free, but where do we park? And actually, I don't know if I asked you where it's being held at.
Well, parking, so it is free to park there, but we do run 3 shuttle buses.
Okay.
So we have 3 locations, one at the Westwood Mall behind Walmart, the former Kmart off East Michigan, and then Polly's off Ferguson. So if you don't want to worry about it being full, then...
And this is the middle school at Parkside.
Yep, middle
Okay.
school at Parkside.
Great.
Well, cool. This weekend, Saturday, March 10th, from 10 to 4, the American One Jackson's Women's Expo. Jordan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Super exciting. I can't wait to attend. That's all our time for now on the Morning Blend.
Make it a great day. We'll see you next time.
Mothers, grab your sons because it is time to hit the dance floor. Delta Township Parks and Recreation is hosting its 29th annual Mother-Son Dance. The event is taking place tomorrow at the Crown Plaza, Lansing West from 7 to 9 p.m. The dance costs $10 per person for Delta Township residents and $12 per person for non-residents. Dance to your favorite tunes, enjoy refreshments, and leave with a special photo memento and a special gift for your special young man. Space is limited and pre-registration is required, though. Visit the Delta Township Parks and Recreation website for more details. We'll have more local events and things to do right here on Fox 47. If you have an event you want to share, send us an email around town at fox47news.com.
For stuff, and then we can
Girl Scouts Evelyn and Delaney dream of starting a company together.
What after the white? Is it 2 blues? It's 2 blues, yeah. Okay.
At just 9 years old, they're already on their way, learning how to code bead by bead.
I'm helping people. It could get hurt and their money could get stolen.
They're among the first Girl Scouts pursuing new cybersecurity badges to take on the growing threat of data breaches, hacking, and identity theft.
And helping people be more safe is kind of what Girl Scouts do.
They start with the basics.
Evelyn, you're going to be my message sender.
Like learning how the internet is really just a huge web of connections. Older Scouts will master how viruses work and participate in hackathons.
How do you like it?
It's really fun.
I like it.
Women currently hold just 11% of cybersecurity jobs around the world. By exposing Scouts to the field early, Girl Scout CEO Sylvia Acevedo wants to close that gender gap.
A lot of girls, they really want to be part of protecting America. We're really looking at how are we going to expand the workforce for what's happening in this very cyber world.
Rinki Sethi at Palo Alto Networks helped design the program. Her goal, hire Girl Scouts one day.
It's going to be exciting to see these girls become our cyber defenders. We're going to need the best and the greatest minds.
These Girl Scouts are already plotting to break up the boys' club of the tech industry, too.
Some people that have companies have a bias towards men or boys, and then they choose the boys.
Do you guys think that girls are just as good as boys in science and engineering?
Definitely. Totally. Sometimes even better.
Message received.
Girls are awesome. So true.
Well, Toyota is the latest car maker to join those focusing on developing high-quality software for self-driving cars. A new $2.8 billion company is being created called the Toyota Research Institute Advanced Development. Toyota executives say their mission is to accelerate software development in a more effective way. The recent federal tax cuts mean a change for many people on payday, but according to a new study by Bankrate.com, less than 1 in 4 U.S. workers are aware of the changes in their paycheck. Under the new law, employers are able to withhold less money from their employees' paychecks, which means a higher paycheck for many workers. Of the workers noticing a change, baby boomers and Gen Xers are the most likely to say that's because of a new federal tax law, but less than half of millennials listed that as the reason. People in Indiana can now buy alcohol on Sundays. This is the first time they've been allowed to do so since Prohibition nearly a century ago. Indiana's governor signed a bill this past week allowing the Sunday alcohol sales. The governor, Eric Holcomb, said, quote, "I would say to entrepreneurs and residents that there's no need to cross the border anymore in the state of Indiana. Buy local." Wow, I wonder what took them so long.
Yeah, kind of odd that the places like that still exist.
I know, absolutely. Well, weather today is going to be pretty nice out there, I'd say.
Yeah, another beautiful day today. Pretty much the same exact forecast that we had through our weekend. So, of course, another beautiful day on tap, and it's going to be sunny. High temperatures topping out into the low 40s. But don't look now, we're tracking some system that will be bringing snow to our area as we head into your day tomorrow. Starting out this morning, temperatures pretty much where they should be this time of year, into the mid-20s, 24 in Lansing, 25 right now in Jackson. Factor in the winds, though, and we're actually feeling like we are down into the teens. But those winds are coming out of the east-northeast, and that's a very dry wind, so we have a lot of dry air pushing in. That's kind of opposing the cloud cover that you can see out over Lake Michigan and should keep us in plenty of sunshine throughout the day today. But as those areas of low pressure that are off to our west start to move a little bit closer, we'll see an increase in the cloud cover this evening, and eventually those snow showers work their way into the picture by tomorrow. But your forecast through today with our 1-800-Hanson's weather kit, 7-year-old Aiden of Mason. Expect mostly sunny skies. It will be a little bit breezy at times. High temperatures today topping out into the low 40s.
Yeah, it's going to be such a nice day for a Monday.
Another beautiful day. Soak it up now because the snow moves in tomorrow and it'll be around a lot of this week.
Uh-oh, thank you, Jim.
Yep.
Well, after the break, a new study on the opioid crisis has been released. When we come back, find out who's being affected by the powerful drugs. The answer may shock you.
You're watching Fox 47 Morning News at 7.
Happening today, Bill Cosby back in court for a pretrial hearing. Cosby's defense team is expected to clash with prosecutors over possible witnesses at his April 2nd sexual assault retrial. Prosecutors want as many as 19 women to testify in an attempt to show that Cosby had a pattern of drugging and harming women for 5 decades. He's only charged in one case. He's accused of allegedly assaulting a former Temple University women's basketball administrator at his home in 2004. His lawyers are hoping the judge will limit the number of accuser witnesses again. They argue some of the claims are, quote, virtually impossible to defend against. Cosby's first trial ended with a hung jury. A man is recovering this morning after he had to be rescued from floodwaters in West Michigan, waters he tried to drive through. It happened in Granville. It all started when police got a call about a car stuck in the floodwaters, but when they showed up, the driver was gone. Shortly after, police heard a man calling for help on a small island in the middle of the flooded water. It took about 4 hours to get him out. Rescuers say the deep water made it difficult for them to reach him. A new study shows that the number of kids hospitalized due to opioid-related incidents has skyrocketed, even though overall prescription painkiller use among adults has reached a plateau. They've been referred to as the second victims of the opioid epidemic, young children whose curiosity leads them to take prescription drugs they find just lying around the house. The new study out this morning finds the number of pediatric intensive care unit admissions for opioid overdoses doubled between 2014 and 15. The study looked at about 20% of children's hospitals in the U.S. Many of the kids got into methadone, which is a narcotic used to treat adults addicted to painkillers. 2% of the patients died from opioid exposure.
2% seems like a very low number, but when you think about 2 children out of 100 dying from a condition that could have been completely avoidable, that's disheartening.
Reasons for the increase are not clear, but researchers say it could be that drugs became more widely available and potent during the study years. The study also notes several treatment programs for drugs, including opioids, have been shown to reduce teen and young adult use. Researchers say the new findings highlight the need for pediatricians to get involved to combat the ongoing opioid crisis in the U.S. Happening today, a security threat has prompted the U.S. Embassy in Turkey to close for the day. A statement posted on the embassy's website Sunday urged American citizens to avoid the embassy as well as large crowds and to keep a low profile. Details of the threat have not been released. It's only being called unspecified at this time. Back in 2013, a suicide bomber detonated an explosive in front of the embassy, killing himself and a Turkish guard. The embassy says it'll announce later when it plans to reopen. After President Trump's announcement of tariffs on imported steel and aluminum last week, all eyes will be on Wall Street and investors today to see how they'll react as the markets open. Tracy Potts is on Capitol Hill this morning with reaction from lawmakers, plus the administration's defense.
It'll be 25% for steel.
Republicans for and against President Trump's tariffs.
You're letting China off the hook. You're punishing the American consumer and our allies. You're making a huge mistake here.
Others believe it'll save jobs.
The people at Main Street are saying we got devastated, we got hurt. We've lost good jobs with benefits. We can't compete.
To correct America's $800 billion trade deficit, the president says he'll impose 25% tariffs on imported steel and 10% on aluminum. The White House insists consumers will barely notice.
I think the American people are willing to pay $1.50 more for a six-pack of beer in order to have an aluminum and steel industry.
Europe is threatening to retaliate with its own tariffs. If so, President Trump tweets he'll tax their cars, a trade war.
What the European Union has talked about is some $3 billion or so of potential retaliation. That's an even smaller fraction of 1% of the economy.
Mr. Trump is expected to sign off on those tariffs this week.
A tragedy for a family in Riverdale, Georgia, after a toddler was killed in a Payless shoe store. Family members of the 2-year-old girl say a large mirror fell on top of her while they were shopping Friday night. The girl was taken to Southern Regional Hospital where she later died. Police are calling her death accidental. However, the family believes the mirror was not secured, and they say it was so heavy her mother and another family member could barely pull it off the child. Payless issued a statement that says in part, quote, "We are devastated by this tragic event and are fully cooperating with authorities to research and understand the nature of this accident," end quote. Thousands of people marched across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama Sunday. The purpose was to reenact the Bloody Sunday March that happened in 1965. During that march, civil rights activists tried to cross the bridge and go from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama, taking a stand for voting rights. The marchers were brutally attacked by police, but it did help to gain momentum for the Voting Rights Act. The memories are still vivid for Congressman John Lewis, who participated in the original march and told the crowd there is still work to be done. Thousands of people are still without gas in Dallas after the gas company Atmos shut down operations to make repairs. The shutdown began on March 1st. However, problems started back in February. A deadly explosion on February 23rd took the life of a 12-year-old girl, and just days before that, there was an explosion and a fire at a separate home. The gas company says employees have been working around the clock to repair the pipes. However, some residents are not impressed and say it's unclear when their gas will be back on. A drunk driver in New York seriously injures 2 state troopers responding to a traffic crash. The troopers were responding to an accident where a driver had lost control while talking on a phone. There were several police vehicles on scene helping to direct traffic and protect the tow truck helping with cleanup. 2 troopers and the tow truck driver were hit by the drunk driver. One of the troopers was tossed 70 feet into the median. Another trooper was pinned underneath that tow truck. Both state troopers and the tow truck driver were transported to a nearby hospital. The driver who struck them has been charged and is being held without bail. Roger Bannister, the first runner to break the 4-minute mile barrier, has died. He was 88 years old. His family says he died peacefully in Oxford, England, the same city where he set his record in 1954. Bannister went on to pursue a long medical career, but was slowed down in recent years by Parkinson's disease. Well, it's time to turn things over to Jim now for a check on today's weather.
Well, heading into today, we're pretty much continuing that forecast we had through our weekend. Plenty of sunshine and high temperatures. They'll end up near 40 degrees once again. And as we take a live look outside in Jackson, it's a scene that we've become accustomed to over the last couple of days. Plenty of sunshine, a little bit chilly to start your day, though, with temperatures right now into the 20s, 24 degrees in Lansing, 25 right now in Jackson. But those numbers actually fairly close to what our average low temperatures are for the 5th of March. And as we go throughout your day today, we'll be keeping a lot of that sunshine around. A little bit of cloud cover does start to appear as we head into the afternoon, but still high temperatures today topping out into the low 40s. Now as we check out your satellite and radar picture, we are clear right now. There is a little bit of cloud cover out over Lake Michigan, but our winds today, they're actually out of the east-northeast. That's bringing in a lot of dry air and really opposing that cloud cover making its way into our area. It will eventually win out, but that likely doesn't happen until we head into the overnight tonight, and it comes with a couple areas of low pressure passing off just to our south, and that will be bringing some snowfall to our area as well. So we'll go through all of this with the future track, and as you can tell through our morning hours, we are expecting plenty of sunshine. By this afternoon, we do become partly cloudy, a little bit of cloud cover starting to make its presence into mid-Michigan, and that cloud cover continues to thicken up as we go in through the evening and on to the start of the overnight. And once we get past midnight, we are seeing those snow showers start to work their way into mid-Michigan. They'll be around through our morning hours on Tuesday, but really we're just looking at some light snow, and it appears most of that snow holds off until just after that morning commute. But even after that, we're still dealing with some on and off snow showers throughout your day on Tuesday. Temperatures still able to warm into the upper 30s, so at times we also are looking at some rain showers mixing in with the snow. Now we are keeping those scattered snow showers in the forecast not just for Tuesday, but also Tuesday night, Wednesday, possibly even into a little bit of the day on Thursday as well. Thankfully, we're not looking at huge snowfall totals. As you can see, we're really only seeing about maybe a trace, possibly an inch on the ground for that morning commute tomorrow. And by the time we get towards the end of the day and into your day on Wednesday, by then we're only looking at an inch or two of accumulation. So yes, it's not a lot of snow, but still you might want to plan on a little bit of extra time for both the morning and evening commutes on Tuesday. But your forecast for today, it's a gorgeous one. Mostly sunny skies, slightly breezy at times with some winds gusting up around 20 miles per hour, but that wind is coming out of the east, so that's keeping us nice and clear. Temperatures today topping out near 40 degrees. For tonight, back down to the upper 20s for your loads. The cloud cover rolls into our area. We'll deal with a few snow showers starting early in the morning, and we'll keep the snow showers in your forecast throughout the day tomorrow. At times, it could be mixing in with some rain showers. Temperatures tomorrow top out into the upper 30s. We're then in the mid-30s for your highs Wednesday and Thursday. A few more snow showers around both days, but maybe only another inch of accumulation. By Friday, we're done with the snow and we'll start to warm back up. And heading into the weekend, looking like another very nice one. Mostly sunny skies on Saturday. Don't forget those clocks forward an hour Saturday into Sunday.
Yeah, I'm liking this little trend we have going where it snows during the week, but then by the weekend, it's really nice.
As long as we have those nice weekends, I think we can deal with it.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Jim. Well, still to come, the Marvel movie Black Panther has done it again. Find out how much the popular film has raked in at the box office after the break.
You're watching Fox 47 Morning News at 7.
For the third weekend in a row, Black Panther came out on top at the box office. The Marvel film earned another $65 million at theaters, bringing its earnings to a total of $500 million. It beat both Red Sparrow, starring Jennifer Lawrence, and Death Wish, which stars Bruce Willis. Police in Holly Hill, Florida say a 10-year-old attempted to steal an SUV from a car dealership, and this is not the first time the young boy has been charged with doing this. You can see the boy going towards a vehicle in the parking lot and unlocking the car door. He snatched 2 sets of keys from a car dealership where he was shopping with his mother. That night, he and another suspect can be seen on camera attempting to unlock the vehicles and start them. The staff at the dealership realized the keys were missing and disabled the vehicles. Police think the 10-year-old was the mastermind of the scheme. According to authorities, last summer, he tried to steal another car and is still on probation from that incident. Wow, sounds like he needs a hobby or something.
Yeah, something better to do.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, it's going to be beautiful out today, so if you do have a hobby like running or biking, do it for sure.
You know, I was out hiking yesterday and it was a gorgeous day. Saw so many people out there, and probably be pretty much the same situation today. As you can see, taking a live look out over East Lansing, plenty of sunshine already. We are still a little on the cool side. It's sitting at 26 degrees, but that's really where our temperatures should be for the start of March. All of mid-Michigan sitting into the mid-20s, 24 in Lansing, 25 right now in Jackson, and of course, we're reporting that wonderful sunshine just about everywhere. Look over towards the west side of the state, though, and you'll notice some cloud cover over Lake Michigan that's trying to move in, and eventually, as a couple of areas of low pressure that are sitting off to our west make their way into mid-Michigan, we'll see not just the cloud cover increase, we'll also start to deal with a few snow showers, but that doesn't happen until after we get past midnight tonight. So your planner through the day today keeps us looking gorgeous. Plenty of sunshine throughout the day. We do start to see a few clouds move into the area as we head into the afternoon and evening hours. Temperatures today topping out into the low 40s. Tomorrow, we're still into the upper 30s for your highs, but we have to deal with some snow showers in the morning hours and just a few scattered snow or rain showers by the afternoon. Some light snow stays in our forecast for both Wednesday and Thursday with temperatures into the mid-30s, but we start to clear out and warm back up as we head towards next weekend. Don't forget to set your clocks forward 1 hour Saturday into Sunday. Should come with a lot of sunshine. Mostly sunny Saturday with a high of 41, partly cloudy Sunday around 40 degrees as well.
Yeah, daylight saving time, a huge sign that spring is on the way.
It's just around the corner.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. Well, we're going to throw it over to the morning blend. We'll be back right at 8 o'clock, so stay with us.
You're watching Fox 47 Morning News at 7.
Maris Brennan joins us, who is the owner of Snap Fitness. Good to see you.
Good morning. It's nice to see you too. Good to see you. So let's put you in the hot seat today. Oh, great. About exercise.
Yeah.
Some of us maybe are having a hard time getting off the couch, and maybe we should start in smaller increments. How much exercise is enough exercise?
Pretty much all of the big wigs will tell you, from Mayo Clinic all the way to the Department of Disease Control, 150 minutes of moderate exercise a week, or 30 minutes 5 days a week. That's it. That's all you need to do.
It
sounds simple.
I mean, 30 minutes doesn't sound like anything.
No. 30 minutes 5 days a week.
It's just getting there. I have a really hard time with that.
I always tell people the hardest part about getting exercise is walking in the door. Once you're there, you can get it done.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
Because I think once you're getting it done, maybe you get some unexpected benefits of regular exercise.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of people, equate exercise with weight loss, which is good. It does do that. But, you're looking at a reduction in anxiety, reduction in depression. People sleep better. It works for ADHD. There are so many health benefits that come along with that.
Right.
What I find for me is it just gives me so much more energy, and even doing it, but as soon as the exercise is done, I feel in such a better mood than when I did before.
Absolutely.
And 30 minutes goes by very quickly if you're doing something that's fun.
Yeah, if you're doing something that you enjoy, you'll have a great time doing it. Your 30 minutes will be up and you'll feel better about yourself for a good long time afterwards.
Or if somebody's there helping you along, which I know Snap Fitness has personal trainers.
We do have personal trainers, and I think it's important when you're looking for a personal trainer that you find someone that you get along with.
Yes.
Someone that motivates you, but also someone that has really good background. You're going to want to find somebody who has taken the classes, that has done the certifications, not just in-house but nationally, so that they have the background in kinesiology, physiology, so that when things do start to hurt, they're able to help you.
Right.
And they're able to get you over those humps.
That makes so much sense. So how do we get started with a fitness plan?
Walk in the door.
That's simple.
Walk in the door.
And I'm glad you're here, because we're at a time in the year where people may have said, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, and they haven't done it. And so now is really the perfect time to do it. You inspire me when you're here, because I think, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this. Mary?
Yes, I'll do it with you. Snap Fitness.
All right. SnapFitness.com. Thank you so much.
Today on Fox 47 Morning News at 7.
Tensions high on MSU's campus as white nationalist Richard Spencer is set to speak. Find out how protesters are preparing for his appearance. Plus, a Lansing townhouse goes up in flames. Details on what law enforcement know and what answers they're still looking for. And Hollywood's biggest night has come to an end. We'll tell you who went home with an Oscar at this year's Academy Awards.
Live. Local. Fox 47 Morning News at 7 starts now.
Good morning and welcome to Fox 47 Morning News. I'm Mallory Anderson here with Jim Holton. And Jim, I'm thinking spring, and today is going to deliver.
Yeah, today looking very similar to what we saw this weekend. Make sure you enjoy it today, because the forecast changes quite a bit as we head towards the middle of the week. But today should end up being another very nice day. Plenty of sunshine, high temperatures still up around 40 degrees. That changes tomorrow, though, with a little bit of snow moving into the picture. Right now, we're sitting in the mid-20s across the area, 25 in Lansing, 26 currently for both Charlotte and Jackson. Factor in the winds, many locations this morning are actually feeling like they're down into the teens. But as we take a look at those winds, you'll notice they're mainly out of the east, northeast, and that's pushing in a lot of very dry air. And as such, it's keeping us very sunny right now. Notice the cloud cover out over Lake Michigan. We'll start to deal with some of that as we head into the afternoon hours. But really, it's not until tonight that the cloud cover starts to thicken up. That comes with a couple areas of low pressure passing just off to our south. And as you can probably tell, that's going to be bringing a little bit of snow and possibly a little bit of rain to our area as we head into your day tomorrow. But your forecast for today with our 1-800-HANSON's weather kit, 7-year-old Aiden of Mason. Expect mostly sunny skies, highs around 41 degrees, a little bit breezy at times with a few wind gusts up over 20 miles per hour.
Yeah, so it sounds like if you want to get outside, today is the day to do it.
Yeah, after today, we'll be looking at some snow showers through the middle of the week, so definitely enjoy today while it lasts.
All right, thanks, Jim.
Yep.
Happening today, white nationalist leader Richard Spencer is expected to face protests on MSU's campus, where he's set to speak later today. Spencer will speak for 2 hours, starting at 4:30 at the auditorium in the Pavilion for Agriculture and Livestock Education at MSU. It's unclear, though, just how large the protest crowds will be, as today marks the first day of spring break on campus. And that was done strategically. The date and time for Spencer to speak today were agreed upon in a legal settlement when Spencer's camp sued MSU for originally denying his request to rent space on campus for the event. Several counter-protests are planned today. At noon, there will be a Stop Spencer protest right outside the pavilion. The MSU College Republicans and MSU Student Government will also hold a Spartan Day of Love event all day. MSU police are also teaming up with state and local authorities to help keep the peace. And even though the university agreed to rent the space to Spencer, Michigan State is actually encouraging people to stay away from the event. Another counter event today will be held at All Saints Episcopal Church in East Lansing. That one is being dubbed the Celebration of Diversity Festival. Stay with Fox 47, both on air and online throughout the day, as well as continuing coverage of Spencer's visit to MSU. Happening right now, nearly 500,000 people in the Northeast are waking up in the dark this morning after a nor'easter blasted the area and killed 6 people over the weekend. Unfortunately, those hit by the storm will barely have time to clean up. While the weekend storm has now moved offshore, there will be still high tides along the New England coast. Winds are also expected to be an issue throughout today. And to make matters worse, the National Weather Service in Boston says the next nor'easter could hit either Wednesday or Thursday this week. The storm is expected to bring heavy snow, fierce winds, and high waves to much of southern New England. Not quite the news many people were hoping for, as residents from Virginia to Massachusetts are without power this morning.
We are looking at least 72 hours from the end of the assessment for power restoration. The assessment of power outage has not been completed yet, so we're into Tuesday at least before everybody's going to get their power back on.
But there is good news for travelers in the Northeast. Amtrak says nearly all of its services between Boston and Washington, D.C. have started back up after being canceled because of the storm on Friday. After a Democratic proposal to ban assault weapons in Florida was rejected, the state Senate will vote later today on another gun bill, just weeks after the school shooting in Parkland. In a rare Saturday session, by a slim vote, senators voted in favor of banning bump stocks, creating a voluntary program to arm teachers, pouring millions into mental health funding for schools, and raising the minimum age to 21 to buy a rifle. However, what they did not pass was a ban on assault weapons and the sale of large capacity magazines. We'll let you know what happens when the state Senate votes later today. Today is the deadline for the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program. However, that deadline has little meaning because of court orders. But that does not mean dreamers are sleeping any easier. John Lawrence reports.
President Trump in January saying he was sure a bipartisan agreement on DACA was close.
I have a lot of confidence in the people in this room that you're going to come out with something really good.
But the March 5th deadline is here and something really good hasn't arrived. And that's a nightmare for DACA recipients.
I have no social assistance. I'm paying out of my own pocket. I have an occupation as a sign language interpreter. I pay taxes. From the day I started working to, as we speak, present day, I've been giving back.
Court decisions have forced the White House to keep renewing DACA permits until further notice. A Senate attempt to pass bipartisan legislation on immigration failed, and since then Congress has backed off the issue. Over the weekend, a number of DACA rallies from Washington, D.C. to Washington State.
We need to work on immigration. I'm not a great expert, but I think there's a better way to do it than what we're doing now, and no one should live in fear.
The ACLU has a new six-figure campaign focused on keeping DACA front and center, including a YouTube video, organized protests, and targeted messaging. But in the meantime, dreamers can just hope and pray for some sort of resolution.
Whether it be immigration or what stance you have, have some sympathy towards children who were brought here. That's all I ask. This is all we know.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Normal operations will resume today at Central Michigan University, days after police say a 19-year-old student killed his parents in his dorm. Right now, the university is on spring break, but administrative and other offices on campus will be open this morning. The university will resume classes next Monday as scheduled. 19-year-old James Eric Davis Jr. is in police custody at a hospital this morning. Police say he was hypothermic and not making sense when arrested Saturday morning. He's now charged with 2 counts of open murder and a felony firearms charge. A court date has not been scheduled at this time. Police say he shot and killed his parents Friday morning on the 4th floor of Campbell Hall. More than 100 police officers from several agencies spent all of Friday looking for Davis Jr. He was arrested without incident about 15 hours later when employees on a passing train noticed a suspicious person standing near the tracks on campus. We'll let you know when a court date is scheduled. In other news this morning, investigators are trying to figure out what caused a townhouse to go up in flames, sending 2 Lansing firefighters to the hospital. It happened in the 700 block of West Lenawee Street in Lansing Saturday night. The 2 firefighters got first and second-degree burns to their face and ears. They've since been released from the hospital and are expected to be okay. 6 people were inside the home at the time, but all were able to get out safely. They're now being helped out by the American Red Cross. After the massive mix-up last year, fortunately, there were no major mistakes this time at the 90th Academy Awards in Los Angeles. Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty returned to cap off the night by opening a clearly marked Best Picture envelope and crowning The Shape of Water as the big winner. Guillermo del Toro's fantasy adventure led the way with 4 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director. In the acting categories, the 4 favorites won. Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour, Sam Rockwell and Frances McDormand for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and Allison Janney for I, Tonya. Well, there's so much more to come on your Fox 47 Morning News. After the break, a California couple is feeling lucky to be alive this morning after being trapped in an avalanche. Hear how they survived the terrifying experience. Plus, North and South Korea plan to talk today. Hear how their meeting could affect tensions between the United States and the North. And later, if you think Girl Scouts are only selling cookies, you could not be more wrong. We'll tell you how these young girls are now becoming the latest cybersecurity experts later on in the newscast.
And enjoy the beautiful weather while it lasts today, because we have some snow moving in for tomorrow. I'll let you know how much to expect coming up just after the break. Stay with us.
Mallory Anderson in Storm Shield weather with Jim Holton. This is Fox 47 Morning News at 7.
Well, it certainly was a gorgeous weekend, and it looks like we're continuing the gorgeous forecast as we head into the start of your work week. Enjoy it now, because things could change as we head into your day tomorrow. But right now, as we take a live look out over campus in East Lansing, plenty of sunshine, hardly a cloud in the sky. Temperatures currently sitting into the low to mid 20s. Right now, 27 degrees in East Lansing, all of mid-Michigan around that 25-degree mark. That's where we're at in Lansing and St. John's. 26 is your current temperature in Jackson. As we check out your planner through today, you can see we're holding on to a lot of sunshine. A couple clouds do start to roll in as we head into the afternoon hours, but we'll still deal with plenty of sunshine through the daytime hours. It's not until the overnight that the cloud cover starts to thicken up. Temperatures today topping out into the low 40s. As we check out your satellite and radar picture, you can see that we are clear overhead, just over Lake Michigan though. A little bit more in the way of cloud cover, but as we throw the winds on, you'll notice the winds, they're out of the east, northeast. It's a very dry air mass pushing into our area. It's really opposing that cloud cover, and as such, we'll be dealing with plenty of sunshine through the day today. But as I mentioned, enjoy it while it lasts. We have a couple areas of low pressure we are tracking that are off to our west. They'll be passing over the Great Lakes into the next couple of days. and we'll be dealing with a couple scattered snow showers, maybe even a few rain showers as we head into your day tomorrow. So we'll go through all this with our future track, and you can see the clear skies. They're holding on through the morning hours. A little bit of cloud cover starts to push into the area by the time we get into the afternoon hours, but we still have plenty of sunshine. It's really not until we get to that overnight that the cloud cover starts to thicken up. And as you can see, the snow showers, they're not too far behind. We'll see the snow start to fly once we get into those very early morning hours on Tuesday, so you likely want to plan on just a little bit of extra time for that morning commute, although the bulk of the snow does not fall until we get to the later morning hours. Now, it's not a lot of snow that we're seeing through the day tomorrow, but still the occasional on and off snow showers expected throughout the daytime hours. And as you can tell, it could even be mixing in with a few rain showers at times. High temperatures tomorrow are expected to climb into the mid, if not upper 30s. Now, we keep those snow showers in the forecast as we go through the night on Tuesday. We'll likely even have a little bit of snow around for both Wednesday and Thursday as well, but we're not dealing with a lot of snow. Here's a look at your predicted snowfall totals by 8 o'clock Tuesday for that morning commute. Most places just seeing about a trace, maybe up to an inch of snow in a few spots. And by the time we get towards the end of this time frame, we'll all only end up with an inch or two of accumulation. So for today, a mostly sunny but slightly breezy day with high temperatures topping out near 40 degrees. Tonight, we see the cloud cover roll in. We see the snow start in the early morning hours tomorrow. Low temperatures tonight only down into the upper 20s. And for your day tomorrow, we top out in the mid to upper 30s. Snow showers around on and off throughout the day, and at times it could be mixing in with some rain showers. We'll keep snow in the forecast Wednesday into Thursday as well, with temperatures topping out into the mid 30s. But as we head towards the weekend, we start to dry back out, and we'll see plenty of sunshine heading into the weekend. High temperatures should be back up to around 40 degrees.
Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend again.
Great weekend, and don't forget to set those clocks forward 1 hour, spring and forward, but inching closer to spring.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jim.
Yep.
A California couple lucky to be alive after getting buried by an avalanche over the weekend. Evan and Kaylin Huck were skiing at Squaw Valley in Lake Tahoe when it happened Friday. Snow was piling up, and they say it eventually struck them both like a wall. Evan says he lost consciousness, but that his wife managed to free herself. He credits his survival to the people around him at Squaw Valley who helped dig him out of the snow.
Big props to the civilian skiers around us who were very prepared. There was a bunch of people with avalanche gear and shovels who acted incredibly quickly and were able to dig me out. I was under there for 4 to 6 minutes, but these folks were really heroes, and I'm super thankful that they were around us.
According to Ski Patrol, 2 of the other 3 people who were trapped in the avalanche had to go to the hospital with injuries. Amazingly, the couple was not injured and actually plans to continue their snowboarding vacation in California and the Rockies. Turning to Colorado, where evacuees are now cleared to return home after a grass fire flared up near their houses. About 700 acres of brush burned dangerously close to homes over the weekend. About 200 military personnel had to be evacuated because of the fire and smoke. Fortunately, no one was hurt. The fire's cause, though, is still under investigation. After the break, a new study out about inhalers. Find out why a higher dosage of steroids might not be protecting your child from an asthma attack.
You're watching Fox 47 Morning News at 7.
In international news this morning, a group of high-level South Korean officials have just arrived in North Korea to discuss their nuclear program. They'll also discuss ways to resume talks between the North and Washington. A special envoy for South Korean President Moon Jae-in may meet with Kim Jong-un during the 2-day trip. If North Korea seems willing to disarm, talks between the North and the U.S. might restart to diffuse tensions. Also happening overseas, a U.S. aircraft carrier will arrive in Vietnam for the first time in 40 years since the Vietnam War. The historic and unprecedented arrival is a strategic move by the United States. It displays America's support of countries that are standing up against China's aggression. This move also counters China's growing influence and military expansion in the region. Vietnam has traditionally been viewed as China's communist little brother. Military analysts say the U.S. needs all the allies it can hold on to in Asia. In health news, an alarming new study out this morning raising fears for children who have asthma. The new study from the University of Wisconsin shows increasing the dosage of inhaled steroids might not prevent asthma attacks. It also shows the increase does not actually help. Researchers looked at 250 children with mild to moderate asthma for 1 year. They found that kids who were given a higher dosage of steroids had similar numbers of severe flare-ups as those who continued taking a lower dosage. Another new health study out this morning, this time highlighting the dangers of e-cigarettes in teens. New research finds that vapors are exposed to cancer-causing toxins. Researchers analyzed 3 groups of teens, a group of e-cigarette users, a group of regular smokers, and a group of non-smokers. They found the teens smoking e-cigarettes had triple the amount of toxins in their urine than non-smokers. Experts say any advertising or messaging to teens should include warnings about the potential health risks of these products. And that news about e-cigarettes is coming at a time where a new study from Duke University shows fewer Americans think that smoking is bad for you. In the study between 2006 and 2015, the number of people who said smoking a pack or more a day is bad for you dropped by 1%. That percentage represents more than 3 million Americans. Researchers also found that teens and current smokers were the least likely to consider smoking as dangerous. Well, it's time to get a check on today's weather, and Jim, things are looking pretty good as people are heading out the door.
Yeah, really that forecast we had for the weekend with all the sunshine and highs near 40 degrees, pretty much throw that in for today. Enjoy it while it lasts because things are changing as we head into your day tomorrow. But starting out, taking a live look out over Jackson, you can see hardly a cloud in the sky. Plenty of sunshine right now with a current temperature of 26 degrees. Largely the same conditions all across mid-Michigan. 25 right now in Lansing, 27 in Charlotte, 28 in Mason, all of it coming with that wonderful sunshine. As we check out the satellite and radar picture, you'll notice a little bit more cloud cover out over Lake Michigan. That will start to inch into the area as we go through the day today. We'll see a gradual increase in cloud cover, but most of that cloud cover holds off for tonight as a couple areas of low pressure start to enter the Great Lakes. We'll not just deal with the cloud cover though, we'll also have some snow showers, maybe even a few rain showers around as we head into your day on Tuesday. Before today, it's looking gorgeous, plenty of sunshine, high temperatures top out near 40 degrees, little breezy at times though, with winds gusting up over 20 miles per hour. But then the snow moves in for tomorrow, maybe an inch or two of accumulation and possibly another inch as we go through the days Wednesday and Thursday, but we start to clear back out as we head towards the weekend.
Yeah, don't forget to spring forward too.
Yeah, it happens.
Thank you, Jim. Well, we're going to toss it over to Bob and Mary in the Morning Blend. We'll be back right after that, so stay with us.
You're watching Fox 47 Morning News at 7.
Joining us this morning, Kimberly Whitfield, who really has been inspiring beauty and strength for a while now. And we've had you on before, and we're glad to see you again. And you're continuing to do such great work. Talk about your mission.
Thank you. Well, I've recently launched a Queen Warrior movement, and the mission is to inspire, motivate, and encourage women from all walks of life to feel empowered by strengthening their bodies and minds through healthy living. Overall, I want women to feel good about themselves and know that they own a space within the universe.
That's beautiful. Now, what inspired you to come up with the name Queen Warrior? Because it's strong and beautiful at the same time.
Well, thank you. When I think of a queen, I think of a woman with confidence, who exudes beauty and a sense of purpose. When I think of a warrior, I think about strength. And I feel like there's no need to compromise one or the other. You can be strong and feel good about yourself at the same time. So when a woman does this, she's a queen warrior.
Amen.
And you're going to be teaching this because you have some workshops coming up. So talk about those.
I do. There are 3. It's a 3-part series. It will kick off in April. The first one is persevering through adversity. And it's all about regaining hope through trials and tribulations. We all go through things, and I think with these workshops, women will connect, make friends, meet one another, and learn how to move through hardship. Mm-hmm. The second one is discovering your purpose. You'll learn techniques to define your passion. And I think Marian Anderson said it best with a quote. If you have a purpose in which you can believe, there's no end to the amount of things you can accomplish. And the third one, creating the best version of you, building confidence and having self-reliance. The complete series, I believe and I trust that each woman will feel strong, inspired, and confident.
Very cool. Well, I already do just talking to you.
It's working already.
You have this amazing energy that just You know, you do. So congratulations on that. Now, if people are interested in the workshop, how do they get a hold of you?
You can reach me at kwinspires.com, and you can learn more about the Queen Warrior Movement if you click on the Queen Warrior Movement tab or contact me. And what else is so exciting is that each participant will receive a journal, which I'm so excited about. And
well, we appreciate you being here. Kimberly, we're going to put your information on the screen. Thank you for what you do.
Mothers, grab your sons because it is time to hit the dance floor. Delta Township Parks and Recreation is hosting its 29th annual Mother-Son Dance. The event is taking place tomorrow at the Crown Plaza, Lansing West from 7 to 9 p.m. The dance costs $10 per person for Delta Township residents and $12 per person for non-residents. Dance to your favorite tunes, enjoy refreshments, and leave with a special photo memento and a special gift for your special young man. Space is limited and pre-registration is required. Visit the Delta Township Parks and Recreation website for more details. We'll have more local events and things to do right here on Fox 47. If you have an event you want to share, send us an email around town at fox47news.com. The Girl Scout organization is known for building up young girls' self-esteem, teaching them life lessons, and of course, selling you your favorite cookies. But what if I told you they're also making their mark in cybersecurity? Jolene Kent reports on how these young girls are working to become the next line of defense against data breaches.
For stuff, and then we can
Girl Scouts Evelyn and Delaney dream of starting a company together.
What after the white? Is it two blues? It's two blues, yeah. Okay.
At just 9 years old, they're already on their way, learning how to code bead by bead.
I'm helping people that could get, hurt and their money could get stolen.
They're among the first Girl Scouts pursuing new cybersecurity badges to take on the growing threat of data breaches, hacking, and identity theft.
And helping people be more safe is kind of what Girl Scouts do.
They start with the basics.
Evelyn, you're going to be my message sender.
Like learning how the internet is really just a huge web of connections.